go. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr.
Tony Liggy. Thanks very much, Donald. Hello, peeps. Today is horrible again, so I'm going to attempt to try and fit a DAB aerial and the rear view camera, and there's something else. What was it? Oh, the sat-nav thing. From the pillar down. I can't seem to find a way to get through. I can't seem to find a way to get through there. Now, I've there's a little gap down there, and then there's a gap down there, and then underneath there's some space up there. So I'm going to attempt to see whether or not I can get down there. I'll see how I go from there. I wanted to talk to you quickly about some insurance. Friday, when I picked up this van, I went online and tried to find some van insurance. I got it for £191, which I thought was the right result, until Monday morning when they called me, and nice lady, but she said there's a few discrepancies. I said, okay, well, fire away. Apparently I got the wrong name of the van. I called it a Combi and it's not. So, but anyway, we sorted that out. And then she asked me if what I did for a living. I said I was a retired fireman, which I am. And she said, okay. She says, do you do any other sort of work? And me being honest, that I am, I said, well, I do a bit of photography. And she goes, all right, yeah, so what do you do? I said, well, not a lot. I said, it's if someone's got a picture of their dog they want doing, or a picture of their house or something like that, I'll go and do it. She said, oh, will you be doing that in your van? I said, no, the van's going to be off the run and it won't be used for months. She goes, oh, have you got business insurance on your car? And I said, well, I don't know, but there's nothing to do with you, is it? She goes, okay, well, all right, let me just check for you, Anthony. Very nice. So off she went. Come back about a minute later. She said, right, well, we've managed to sort of get a deal for you. I said, okay. And she said it was £837.67p. And I said, whoa, 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 I don't want your phone number. If that's an outrageous amount of money, why is it so much? And she said, well, you might use your van for photography. I said, look, even at that price, I'm not driving David Gandy and flipping Kate Moss around in the back of the van, am I? And she said, well, no, sir. So it's gone from Anthony to sir now. So I said, I told her she can all out of it, mate. I'm not paying that. So I've looked elsewhere, checked on Facebook for a few people's ideas and stuff, and ended up, I can't remember who they are now, AIB Insurance. So I've gone with them, which was much cheaper. It was about 300 quid. But you have to be careful, because, and the other thing she said the moment you do anything, so you start like any modifications whatsoever, so windows or the fan, even if you put a fan in, you have to let them know. So just got to be careful with things like that. Anyway, that's my gripe for the day. We're going to carry on, and I'll try and put this lot through. As I say, I'm not going to do a time lapse. I'll just, if I find some ideas, we'll stick it on the video. Cheers. Okay, so I've managed to drag it through. I've just tied it to a bit of stiff cable, so I've managed to drag it through there. And then what I plan to do is to get it through. There's a tiny little gap in there, which takes you to underneath. I'm getting all tangled. It takes you underneath here, and then I'm going to attempt to go up through there. So let's see what happens. Okay, right. I managed to get all the cables are through now. Yeah, it's quite difficult, I must admit. I had to take all this housing out and everything else to get underneath. But once it's out, as long as you remember which way to put it back in, it's fine. So I managed to do all that. So all the cables are all there. Look, they're all ready to go. So that's no problem. Underneath, yeah, I've got cables there. Yeah, so I think we're ready to go and hook it up. Now, friends of mine, I've got a lot of friends.
My friend Elton John.
George Steinbrenner was a good friend of mine.
Howard Stern was a friend of mine.
We've been friends for a long time.
A friend of mine is a great manufacturer.
A friend of mine's a great excavator.
I have a friend who builds plants.
They would tell me that I'm a messy sod. Personally, I don't think it's that bad, but you need to do it if you've got stuff to do. So no. Anyway, we'll carry on, and I'm sure in a couple of hours it'll be nice and clean. Okay. I can't believe it. I managed to get it all back in. I got one of those piggyback fuse things, because the Kenwood, and probably others as well, need two 12-volt feeds, and that's why I was having real trouble trying to get it to work. But the thing is, the DAB aerial's up there now, so I'm switching her on. If it don't work, I'm going to go do lally tat. Oh. Excellent. Okay, so apart from cocking up one bit where the drill bit broke, I'm a happy bunny at the moment. Well, that ain't going nowhere. That is well rusted in. One. That's how it's done. Calm, calm. There's always one son of a bitch that just don't want to play. I've been at this for 10 minutes now. I think this one's at it. In which case, I'm gonna have to grind it off, I think. Back in a minute. Safety goggles. I think my battery's dead. Back in a minute. Oh dear. Well, that was a pain in the arse. Okay. Cool. Right. There you are. I'm going to try this stuff. I've sanded down a little section, took it back to bare metal, but before it goes rusty, I'm just going to give a little tester on this section just to make sure that the stuff's any good. It's supposed to turn the stuff black and it eats into the rust, so I'm only doing a couple of little testers at the moment. If it works, then we shall carry on. Okay, one tester sorted. It's as you can see, it's like bringing back. I've been using this thing, so it's not too harsh, but it certainly takes the paint off. So you have to be a little bit careful. And as for the grinding I just did over there, it works fine, but with anything like when you're cutting holes in the thingy for the fan, in the roof of the fan, or the windows, or grinding, anything like that, you have to hoover up fairly quickly because you get billions and billions.
Billions and 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 billions
and billions of those sort of tiny little metal flakes, and they'll rust immediately, so it's best to get them up and hoover them up as quick as possible. Then, well, I hope you like this week's video. Tried to add a little bit of comedy here and there. As I say, it's not something that you want to watch if you want to get like really good experienced advice. That ain't me, so I'll try and help, but if there's any questions I need to ask, if there's any questions you want, then let me know. I'm glad to help you out. All right, thanks very much for watching. Cheers.